Okay, so the initial bass line here for the intro and the first part of the verse. We're going to be starting here in this E flat. Do a couple first fret on the D here. Okay, then we do a 1 on the D, 4, 3, 1, 3. Okay. All right, and we would just reel that thing off through first part of the intro and the verse. For the synth sections in the intro and the first part of the verse, for the intro, there's this first synth that comes in, and it's just playing these octave notes over the top of the bass line. We'll be here at some B flat notes. So first fret on the A, 3 on the G, and we just do 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. All right, and that just happens a couple times over that intro section. The second synth that we're going to talk about here, this comes in at the first part of the verse, and it's just kind of playing these same little notes over the entirety of that first part of the verse. It's going to go on the D string, 4, 3, 1. Okay, do that twice. Okay, then it does a little something 4, 3D to 4A. And comes back to the 4, 3, 1 on the D. Okay, so that's the second synth over that first part of the verse. Second part of the verse here, we shift to a B, okay, and the bass line will be here at the 2 of the A, and it's the same kind of, the pattern is the same, it's just a different spot here. So we do a couple of 2s here on the A, then we go 2A, open D, 4A, 2, back to 4. And you go through that about 4 times in the second part of the verse. Second part of the verse, where everything shifts to the B, we get a little bit of a synth strings that comes in, and it's just playing a B chord. Okay, you play that there. And the synth notes from the second synth from the first section, they kind of shift around. They just kind of hit a different bass note, basically. Instead of hitting that 1 on the D, it's just going to move it to the 2 on the A, keeping that 4-3-D going. So it would do 4-3-D to the 2A. And then it sounds like it just leaves the bass note out. The second time it just does the 4-3 on the D. Then it does the 4-3 to the 2 on the A. And then it's going to come back to the E flat, so it does the 4-3-1 again. And basically once that 1 hits, that's the start of the E flat minor. After this section, we repeat that first part of the verse with the E flat minor. So we have that bass going and the second synth from the first part of the verse again. All right, and the end of the verse, all right, this happens once we get to that second B section. So we went from E flat minor to B, E flat minor, and now to this last B section. We have that second part of the verse bass going, the B bass, but all the synth is doing here is it's kind of playing a new spot of the synth from the intro. So instead of being at it's going to be up at the second fret now, and on the A and 4 on the G for that B, and it's going to strum it the same way, the 1-2, 1-2, 1, 1-2. All right, and then it just keeps bringing it up. It'll come up to 4 A6s on the G, do a 1-2, 1-2, comes up a fret again, so we're at 5 A7 G, hits the 1, and then does 1-2. Okay, we get into this interlude section once all the instruments come in, drums and all that. This is also technically the chorus, all right, but there's just no vocal on this section, so it's just kind of like an interlude. So same deal as the chorus. The bass kind of shifts its style a little bit. It'll be in the same spot initially with the E flat, and basically it's going to go first fret D to 4, come back, hit a couple first frets, hesitate, and then a couple more first frets. Basically that pattern, that's the new pattern for this chorus section. And so like I said, we'll be here at that E flat, just going between the 1 and the 4 on the D. Do that 4 times, and then we'll go to our B section, same as before, but this new style. We'll go 2A, open D, come back, hit a couple 2As, couple more. All right, we go through that a couple times, just twice here, because now we're going to add this new bit at a B flat. All right, so essentially we're going to do what we did on the D string for the E flat, but we're just going to do it here on the A string, so we get the B flat. So 1 to 4, couple ones, couple ones. All right, so that's the bass for the interlude and the chorus. Okay, interlude synth here. All of the synth is going off here. We get our intro synth section that happens during the E flat, and then the verse ending synths that happen for the B and the B flat here. Meanwhile, we have all those second synths going, all those are going as well. And for the B flat section, all we do is just switch that to the first fret on the A. We do our 4, 3, D to the 1 on the A, just because we need that B flat bass note there. And then of course it just brings it back to the 4, 3, 1 on the D. Okay, just before the chorus we get this cool little piano scale. So this is happening when we're at the B there, just before the chorus goes off. It'll do these about half note sections happening here, where we go a 5 on the A, then we go on the D, 6, 7, 9. Okay, and then it comes down on the B, we go 7, 9, 10. All right, and on the E, we go 9, 7, 6. Okay, if you're just looking to get into some straight up chords for this song, like you're gonna play this on acoustic or just don't want to get too crazy with the synth riffs and all that, it's pretty basic. It's just a couple of chords, 3 once we get to the chorus. It'll start here with the E flat minor, okay, for the intro. Just 4 measures of E flat minor. Okay. When the verse gets going here, it sticks with the E flat minor for 4 measures. All right, then it'll move to a B for 4 measures. Back to the E flat minor for 4 measures. To the B. All right, and that's for the first 2 verses. For the third verse, third verse is just half as long. All right, we do 4 measures of the E flat minor and 4 measures of the B, and we're out. And for the chorus slash interlude chords, we stick with our E flat minor. Okay, 4 measures there. But then once we get to the B, we just do a couple of there. And now we add the new chord, the B flat. So just down a fret at the 6th fret there. And in the initial chorus, you just do that twice. Towards the end of the song, it gets a little bigger and you get this little kind of string riff that happens. And basically that's going to be, after hitting the initial B flat, and then it just scales up real quick. It'll do on the A, 6, 8, 9, 6, 8, 9 on the D. And then just land on the higher voice of the B flat. So just basically hit the bottom half of that B flat chord.